Take 102. Good morning, everyone. Kevin Apolinar back with another video. So last week we discussed why it's important to pay all your consumer debt except for your mortgage. This week we're going to discuss why it's important for you to save 3 to 6 months of expenses in a fully funded emergency fund, which is baby step number 3. Let's go.
Like your wake-up call, and you go, never again will I be caught without an emergency fund, right? Because my stress level goes way down when I have 6 months of cash in the bank and we're facing a 1-month crisis. It changes everything. People reset their brains, don't they?
Isn't it beautiful? And when you have a crisis, your brain remembers, I don't ever want that to happen again.
Yeah.
Right?
It's debilitating in one sense. In another sense, it's a permanent change.
And it's freeing.
It's like transformation.
That's right. It can free you, and you can say, never again. There's my never again moment. I'm never going to be caught off guard by a virus I can't even see, right? An enemy I can't even see. And I'm going to make changes today that make sure this never happens again.
Life happens. Emergencies happens. Pandemic happens. These are things we can't control. But does that mean we just give up? Does that mean we sit idly by and do nothing? Does that mean we just take the punches and have the victim mentality? No. We can only control the controllables. We can only control what we can control. Our reaction whenever an emergency arises is an example of what we can control. And a fully funded emergency fund turns that emergency into an inconvenience. Another reason why it's critical to have an emergency fund are medical emergencies. Medical emergencies can turn into a catastrophe. A, if you don't have insurance. B, if you don't have cash to pay for that high cost deductible. Because what you'll end up doing is borrow money. You'll end up borrowing thousands and thousands of dollars to cover the cost. In turn, that's another problem in itself. You don't think it's a problem here in the US? You don't think it's a problem that we face? According to debt.org, and I quote, the Kaiser Family Foundation New York Times survey in 2016 that 26% of Americans between the ages of 18 and 64 said they had problems paying medical bills. 26% of Americans from ages 18 to 64 have problems paying medical bills.
When a medical emergency strikes, 43 million Americans are left with a different kind of trauma, crushing financial debt.
It's not a secret. Healthcare is expensive. Healthcare costs a lot of money. A fully funded emergency fund turns an emergency into an inconvenience. A fully funded emergency fund eases your financial burden. A fully funded emergency fund is insurance to cover your butt. It gives you a cushion to fall on when inconveniences happen. It creates a barrier between you and Murphy. Remember Murphy from baby step number 1? Murphy is our unwanted guest. Murphy will come at the most inconvenient time. Murphy will intrude your life unannounced. Murphy claims that anything that can go wrong will go wrong. Everything that can go wrong will go wrong. Remember him? This fully funded emergency fund creates a barrier between you and him. It provides crucial breathing room so you can step back, detach from the problem, assess the situation, and then create a good decision during critical and stressful times. If you take nothing else from this video and you've reached this part of the video, the ending, if you take nothing else, please take this, at least consider this. Consider this thought, that no matter what you're going through, whether personally, professionally, financially, it doesn't matter. No matter what it is, there's always a solution to that problem. There is always an answer to that problem. There are people that are willing to help you get through whatever you're going through. That is it for this week. That is it for this video. And I'll see you again next week. But before I go, I hope and I pray that this video, this content, that I was able to share some value with you. And I hope it encourages you to start saving for your fully funded emergency fund. But before that, go through the baby steps for sure. It's a proven process. It works. I've gone through it. And the advice that I'm giving, the knowledge that I'm trying to share is something that I personally do, that my family personally does, because we believe in it. It works. So again, if you found value, if you like the content, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I think that's enough of my rambling for today. So I will see you again next week for baby step number 4. And let's go.